Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. There is a very well-known multi-millionaire in the world of crypto who has been warming up to XRP as of late, still looking into it, doesn't own it yet, but recently stated that he could see a scenario in which XRP increases 50-fold. Yes, 50x. And it's fascinating. I am increasingly becoming a fan of this guy. I've always kind of liked him, but I've been following him more lately. And even if he doesn't end up being pro or bullish XRP, what I like about him personally is that he strikes me as intellectually honest. And he won't be bullied around by some of his followers who legitimately have liked him for years and years and years, but lately have not been happy purely because he's been interested in learning about Ripple and XRP. There are people, there's one guy, and I mentioned on the channel before, there was some tweet that I read from some Bitcoin Maxi troll out there. They sound like this too. They're like, Bitcoin, cottage cheese. And the reason that Bitcoin Maxi troll says cottage cheese is because, this is a fun fact if you don't know this, Bitcoin Maxi trolls, their favorite food is room temperature cottage cheese. And now you know. And so that's what they sound like. And then one of these trolls said, it takes years to build credibility in 5 minutes or whatever. He said, like 5 minutes to destroy it. And I'm like, holy hell, he just said he's going to research about Ripple and XRP. And then he said he's warming up to it. I was like, holy hell. And so that gives you kind of like the idea of the mindset of these people. So here's the piece from the Daily Hodl. Bitcoin millionaire Raoul Pal plans to enter altcoin market, says crypto assets are real-time venture capital bets. Now, this article, I do like it, but it's a missed opportunity because this is not the article. There isn't an article where it's cited that Raoul Pal thinks that XRP could 50-fold increase. I found the comment myself, but I like so much what he's saying and the fact that he wants to diversify into other cryptocurrencies, and he really sees the potential here. I want to start with this, and then I'm going to share with you his actual quotes, which they occurred on Twitter. But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap the like button, I would definitely appreciate the support. And if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP, you done came to the right spot, son. Go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambeau channel to join the echo chamber. How was my echo today? Is it pretty good? I've been practicing. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting pretty good now. And by the way, I did want to mention, as I record this, XRP is at 20 cents. And so, Raoul Pal, you'll see he's hoping actually for a lower level if he's going to enter. So he goes against the grain in the same way that I do, and it's just a preference for me. When people FOMO in, when cryptocurrencies are taking off, people start chasing green candles. Almost always a horrible idea. The pump's already happened. You missed it. And then you go to the next shiny thing, and when whatever you own starts to go down, you're oh my god, you're just one of the lemmings off of a cliff, and you panic sell. Like, this is just how humans behave. It's just an observation. And look, I don't have a financial background. I'm not offering financial advice, so don't buy or sell because of anything I say or write. I'm just sharing with you that this is my personal opinion of the way that humans operate, and I think there's plenty of evidence to indicate this. And so Raoul Pal, in a similar sense, he goes against the grain. If he sees a low XRP price, now that's when it starts to get interesting. You'll see. I'm going to share it all with you here, but let's jump into this piece first. Former Goldman Sachs fund manager and Bitcoin bull Raoul Pal is paying more attention to the altcoin market. In a series of tweets, the Real Vision CEO says he finds it ludicrous when people consider all other cryptocurrencies as a scam simply because they are not Bitcoin. Here's a quote. It is like taking a snapshot of early VC bets and writing everything off as a zero because it's not Google. Apples and oranges. The actual money is in the numbers game. Pareto's law. Tokens are just real-time trading VC bets. If you owned early seed investment with real-time mark-to-market, you'd see the exact same. 80% go to zero, 19% add value, and 1% make all the money. Real-time marks freak people out. This one, again, it goes back to just him being willing to be open-minded, intellectually honest, and not being ideologically driven regarding his position about Bitcoin. That's appealing. Guys, look, I'm most interested in XRP. That's pretty clear. This is an XRP-centric channel, but I am not a maximalist, and I want and believe that other cryptocurrencies will find long-term success, long-term viability. Now, Paul says he understands why many investors stick to major crypto assets. He is currently invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum and says he plans to diversify his crypto portfolio to include riskier bets. Check that out. Here's a quote. When you are far out on the risk curve, time horizon and diversification matter more than anything else. Closer toward the safety curve, where you have more security, offers lower returns generally, but concentration helps increase those returns. Over time, I'll go out further on the risk curve. I will have the same bet in emerging markets. All right. And so you can see here, this is a tweet from Raoul Pal on December 3rd of this year, and a link to an interview here, which I actually had watched. It was a really interesting interview. Had a gentleman on who knew a pretty damn good amount about XRP and was pro XRP, and it's so funny the way they had to dance around, because like they know their audience. There's so many Bitcoin maxi trolls, Bitcoin, and there's so many of them, and they know it. So they had to be like really careful at the outset about why they're talking about this and that it's okay. It's just, I can't remember exactly how they worded it, but I was just like, oh god, that's your audience, man. There you go, bunch of toxic Bitcoin maxi trolls, bunch of freaking unsophisticated, knuckle dragging, mouth breathing troglodytes. They need to go back to the bridge, stay warm next to the dumpster fire, and charge people Bitcoin to cross their stupid little bridge, which will take days during times of high congestion, by the way. But he wrote here, again, this is December 3rd, XRP, love it or hate it, find out about it. And so there you go. He just like keep an open mind, right? And then there's this. This is where he wrote, is it right on screen? Sorry. He wrote this on, this was November 26th, actually, and this is the first time I found out he was interested in XRP at all. He wrote, I'm warming to XRP, to be honest. I now have a basic understanding. I don't own it. Fast forward. Now we are, so this was just yesterday, actually, right? Yeah, this was just yesterday. Take a look at this. There's a tweet from Travis Kimmel. He is the president of Real Vision. Real Vision is an entity that it's basically like media, finance, crypto, those type of topics. Co-founded by Raoul Pal also, so they're business partners. I wasn't familiar with Travis Kimmel before coming across this today, but I was like, oh, he's president. Okay, gotcha. So there you go. They're working together at least. So Travis Kimmel, the president of Real Vision, wrote, if exchanges delisting XRP caused a lot of over half its value... I'm sorry, let me start over. I read one word wrong. If exchanges delisting XRP caused a loss of over half its value, what percentage of the value of cryptocurrencies generally can be ascribed to, or is tightly coupled with, being listed on exchanges? Curious to hear replies, or at least those in an octave audible to humans. Raoul Pal responded and wrote the following. All I know is that when no one wants something or it gets harder to own, it's time to do more homework on it, as there is a possible large skewed risk reward in markets. Assumptions are even if he meant to write if they are even marginally wrong. Classic potential macro special sits trade up, not sure yet. So this is just an indication right there that he was looking into this, and it's the whole concept of, hey, people make stupid decisions, stupid financial decisions, when just anything surrounding investment. People are awful at it. He knows that, and so you see, people are exiting. That's interesting to me. Travis Kimmel responded, and he wrote, also very interested in this angle. Might put a bit of wood behind that arrow depending on how the next couple days/weeks go. And check out this. This is the money tweet right here. Raoul Pal wrote, agreed. I've seen many like this before. Downside to maybe 5 cents and upside maybe 50x if you can get in closer to 10 cents. Again, not ready yet, but digging in. So he's doing his research. It's all about the due diligence, and he may. And if he doesn't, that's fine. Look, because I don't need people to agree with me. In fact, I appreciate diversity of thought as long as it's genuine and people are being adults. I love diversity of thought because I don't pretend to know everything. I can't stand people that are know-it-alls or they're ideologically driven. It's not fun to talk to them. And sometimes I still will on Twitter because I know that there are people with open minds that are reading stuff, and then I'll just engage, even though it's like kind of painful sometimes. But sometimes I will do it just for the audience, right? And then the people can choose. They can decide who they think makes more sense. So I'll still do stuff like that. But it's just not as enjoyable as speaking with somebody that's like, I don't know everything, but maybe you know something I don't know, and vice versa, and we can talk and learn a little bit, right? But so what he's talking about here is if XRP had a 50-fold increase from 10 cents, you're looking at $5, right? I'm glad that he acknowledges that potentially it could get to $5. Awesome. And look, I don't make price predictions, and none of this is financial advice, but I personally believe that it's possible to go substantially higher. And a stat that I've been sharing on this channel is that XRP went from 20 something cents to almost $4 in early 2018, and that was with less than 0.002% of humans having ever held it. 0.002% of humans had enough demand to drive XRP to almost $4. It's almost nothing. And so people don't get it. They're like, oh, but market cap, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, you don't understand what market cap is. It's just a calculation of the total supply times, whatever the market rate happens to be. That's it. And so that doesn't mean a damn thing here. Now, somebody named Dax responded to Raoul Pal and wrote, I'd suggest looking into how XRP works as a starting point. There's a reason it's fast, to which Raoul Pal responded. The trade would be on the probabilities of the SEC ruling and the outcomes more than on XRP future expected value as an asset at this stage. Which is perfectly fair because even though there's genuine utility with XRP, it's such early days that it's going to take a long time for all of on-demand liquidity to get built out, especially with this little speed bump with the SEC here, and we don't know. So I understand the trade gets riskier with the whole situation with the SEC, but he's looking into it, and I'll tell you what, if he does invest in XRP, that's going to be one of the most bullish things that I'll ever have the chance to report on, because this guy, he is something. And it doesn't mean that XRP's screwed if he doesn't invest. I'm just saying if he does, though, this guy, he does his homework. He's not just willy-nilly going to do stuff, and he's probably only going to do it if he believes that there's a potential substantial upside. So I say kudos to him for looking into this and not being told what to do by the stupid, smelly, sad Bitcoin Maxi trolls. But I will go ahead and wrap it up there. Thank you for stopping by, my friends. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!